The moon hung low, like a giant eye watching the village. Drums beat loudly, and laughter filled the air. Tunde stood tall in his white agbada, his heart racing. Tonight, he was marrying Folake, the most beautiful girl in their Yoruba village. Her smile made his knees weak, but something felt strange. As the crowd danced, a cold breeze whispered through the palm trees, and Tunde shivered. Why did the air feel so heavy? Folake stepped forward, her wrapper glowing under the moonlight. Her eyes sparkled, but Tunde thought he saw something dark flicker in them, like a shadow hiding behind her smile. He shook his head. It was just his imagination, right? The elders blessed them, tying their hands with a red cloth. "May your love be strong," they said. But a little girl, Tola, tugged at Tunde's sleeve. Her shadow moved, without her, she whispered, her eyes wide with fear. Tunde laughed nervously. "Shadows don't move alone, Tola." But when he looked at Folake's shadow on the ground, it seemed longer than it should be, twisting like a snake. His stomach tightened. The drum stopped for a moment, and in the silence, he heard a faint giggle, not Folake's, but something eerie, like it came from the forest nearby. The crowd didn't notice, but Tunde's heart pounded. What was happening? The celebration continued. Folake held a small calabash, carved with strange patterns, as she danced. "It's a gift from my mother," she said, smiling. But Tunde saw her grip it tightly, like she was afraid to let go. He wanted to ask about it, but her beauty pulled him in, and he forgot his questions. They ate pounded yam and danced until the stars faded. Still, Tola's words stuck in his mind. Her shadow moved. That night, Tunde and Folake walked to their new hut. The village was quiet now, except for the crickets. "You're happy, right?" Folake asked, her voice soft. Tunde nodded, but he noticed something odd. Folake's calabash was still in her hands, even now. "Why do you carry that everywhere?" he asked, trying to sound casual. She froze, then laughed. "It's special. It keeps me safe." Her words sounded sweet, but her eyes darted to the calabash, and Tunde felt a chill. Safe from what? Before he could ask, a loud crack came from the forest. Folake gasped, clutching the calabash tighter. "Just an animal," she said quickly, but her voice shook. Tunde lay awake that night, Folake sleeping beside him. The calabash sat on a stool, glowing faintly in the dark, or was that his imagination? He tried to sleep, but a dream pulled him in. He stood under a giant Iroko tree, its branches twisting like arms. A voice laughed, deep and cruel. "She's mine," it said. Tunde saw Folake in the dream, but her eyes were black, and her shadow danced alone, holding the calabash. He woke up sweating, his heart racing. Folake was gone. Panicked, he grabbed a lantern and stepped outside. The village was still. Then he saw her, Folake, standing by the forest edge, staring at the trees. Her calabash was in her hands, and she whispered something he couldn't hear. "Folake," he called softly. She turned, her smile back, but it didn't reach her eyes. "I couldn't sleep," she said, walking back to him. "The forest is so peaceful." Tunde didn't believe her. Her wrapper was wet, like she'd been near a stream. But there was no stream nearby. He glanced at her shadow. It looked normal now, but Tola's words echoed in his head. As they walked back to the hut, he heard that giggle again, faint and wicked, coming from the calabash. His skin prickled. Was it just the wind? The next morning, trouble started. Mama Kemi, their neighbor, yelled at Baba Ogun, accusing him of stealing her goat. They'd been friends for years, but now they fought like enemies. Other neighbors argued too, their voices loud and angry. Tunde frowned. The village was never like this. He looked at Folake, who was fetching water, her calabash tucked under her arm. She hummed a strange tune, and Tunde's chest tightened. Was she causing this? As he walked to his farm, Tola ran up to him. "I saw her last night," she whispered. Folake was in the forest talking to the calabash. It answered back. Tunde's blood went cold. He wanted to laugh it off, but Tola's scared face stopped him. "Don't tell anyone," he said, his voice low. He needed answers, but who could he trust? The Iroko tree from his dream flashed in his mind, its laughter ringing in his ears. Tunde looked back at his hut, where Folake stood, smiling at him. Her smile was perfect, but now he saw it, the shadow in her eyes. Something was wrong, very wrong. He had to find out what, before it was too late. The night was too quiet, like the world was holding its breath. Tunde stood at the edge of his compound, staring at the moon. It looked pale, almost scared. Last night, he'd seen Folake slip out of their hut, her calabash glowing faintly in her hands. She'd come back before dawn, smiling like nothing happened. But something was happening. Tunde's stomach twisted. Why did his new wife sneak out? What was she hiding? He wanted to ask, but her sweet voice always made his questions melt away. Tonight, he promised himself he'd stay awake and watch. Inside the village, trouble was brewing. Mama Bose, the yam seller, screamed at Baba Ogun, the tailor, accusing him of stealing her money. "You're a thief," she yelled, her voice sharp like a knife. Baba Ogun shouted back, "Liar, you're just jealous." Neighbors gathered, picking sides, their angry words buzzing like bees. Tunde frowned. Mama Bose and Baba Ogun were best friends yesterday. Why were they fighting now? And it wasn't just them. Everywhere, people argued over missing chickens, broken pots, even spilled water. The village felt like a pot about to boil over. Tunde walked to the market, hoping to clear his head. Folake was at home, humming as she swept the hut. Her calabash sat in the corner, plain and old-looking. But last night, it had glowed. Tunde shivered, remembering how Folake's eyes seemed different when she held it, like they weren't hers. He shook the thought away. "She's my wife," he whispered. "I love her." But doubt clung to him like a shadow. At the market, the air was heavy. Ayakemi, the bead seller, snapped at a customer. "Your money is fake," she hissed. The customer, a young boy, ran off crying. Tunde's heart sank. Ayakemi was kind to everyone, especially children. What was wrong? As he passed the palm wine stall, he heard whispers. "It's her," an old woman muttered, pointing toward Tunde's hut. "The new bride. She brought this trouble." Tunde froze. Were they talking about Folake? His chest tightened. He wanted to shout that they were wrong, but his feet carried him away, back home. When he got there, Folake was outside, braiding her hair. "Tunde," she called, her smile bright like the sun. "You look worried. What's wrong?" Her voice was soft, like a lullaby. Tunde opened his mouth to ask about the calabash, but the words stuck in his throat. "Nothing," he mumbled. Folake's smile grew, but her eyes flickered, dark, like a storm was hiding in them. Tunde's skin prickled. Was that something else looking at him? That night, Tunde couldn't sleep. The village was loud with arguments. Dogs barked, and the wind howled like it was angry. He sat by the window, watching Folake. She slept peacefully, her calabash beside her. Then, just past midnight, she stirred. Tunde held his breath. Folake's eyes opened, but they were blank, like empty pools. She picked up the calabash and walked outside, her feet silent on the ground. Tunde followed, his heart pounding. She moved fast, heading toward the forest. The Iroko tree loomed ahead, its branches twisted like claws. Tunde's legs shook, but he kept going. Folake stopped under the tree and raised the calabash. A strange light spilled from it, green and sickly. Shadows danced around her, whispering words Tunde couldn't understand. "Folake," he called, but his voice was swallowed by the wind. She didn't turn. The whispers grew louder, sharp like knives. Tunde's head spun. He wanted to run, but his feet wouldn't move. Suddenly, a hand grabbed his arm. Tunde gasped, spinning around. An old man stood there, his face lined like cracked earth. "Don't call her," the man whispered. "She's not alone." Tunde's mouth went dry. "Who are you?" he asked. The man's eyes were sad. "I'm nobody, but you married the Iroko's bride. That calabash, it's cursed. It's tearing your village apart." Tunde's heart raced. "What do I do?" The man pointed to the village. "Find Baba Ogun, the herbalist. Only he can help. But be careful. The spirit knows you're watching." The man vanished into the dark. Tunde turned back to Folake, but she was gone. The Iroko tree stood silent, its branches swaying. Tunde ran home, his mind spinning. Was Folake really cursed? Was the calabash controlling her? He loved her, but fear clawed at his chest. As he reached his hut, Folake was there, sitting by the door. "Tunde," she said, her voice sweet. "Where were you?" Her eyes glinted, and the calabash glowed faintly in her lap. Tunde's blood went cold. What was she, or planning next? Tunde's heart pounded as he stood at the edge of the village, staring into the dark forest. The moon was gone, swallowed by clouds, and the air felt heavy, like it was holding a secret. Last night, he'd seen Folake slip out of their hut, her calabash glowing faintly in her hands. She hadn't seen him watching, but her soft hum, strange and eerie, made his skin crawl. Why did she go to the forest? What was she hiding? Tunde couldn't shake the feeling that his wife, the woman he loved, wasn't herself. He had to know the truth, even if it scared him. The village was falling apart. Neighbors who once shared meals now shouted at each other. Yesterday, Mama Ao's yam farm withered overnight, and she blamed Papa Cola, saying he cursed her. Tunde knew something was wrong, and it all started when he married Folake. Her smile was still sweet, but sometimes her eyes flickered, like a shadow lived inside them. He remembered the stranger's warning, "Beware the Iroko's bride." What did it mean? Tunde clutched the cola nut in his pocket, a gift from his late father, and took a deep breath. He had to find Baba Ogun, the herbalist who lived deep in the forest. People said Baba Ogun could talk to spirits and see truths no one else could. If anyone could help, it was him. Tunde stepped into the forest, the trees whispering as if they knew he was coming. The path was narrow, twisting through giant trees that blocked the stars. Owls hooted, and something rustled in the bushes. Tunde's heart raced. Was it Folake? Or something worse? He gripped his cola nut tighter, praying for courage. After what felt like hours, he saw a faint light ahead. A small hut stood in a clearing, its walls covered in vines. Smoke curled from a fire outside, and an old man sat there, his eyes glinting like he'd been waiting. "Baba Ogun?" Tunde's voice shook. The herbalist nodded, his face wrinkled like tree bark. "Tunde, son of Ade, I knew you'd come. The spirits told me." His voice was deep, like it came from the earth itself. Tunde swallowed hard. "Something's wrong with my wife, Folake. The village is in chaos. I think she's not herself." Baba Ogun's eyes narrowed. "Sit, boy. Tell me everything." Tunde poured out his story. Folake's strange humming, the glowing calabash, the fights in the village. Baba Ogun listened, his fingers tracing patterns in the dirt. When Tunde finished, the herbalist stood and walked to his hut. He returned with a small drum and a bundle of herbs. "You've married a woman bound to darkness," Baba Ogun said. "The calabash she carries is cursed. It holds a spirit from the Iroko tree, a wicked force that feeds on chaos." Tunde's stomach twisted. "A spirit? But Folake is kind. She loves me." Baba Ogun shook his head. "The spirit hides in her soul, using her to spread evil. Love blinds you, Tunde. That's why they call it Eriju Eri, the blindness of life." Tunde's eyes stung with tears. He loved Folake, but now he wasn't sure who she was. "Can I save her?" "Maybe," Baba Ogun said. "But it's dangerous. The spirit won't let her go easily. We must see the truth first." Baba Ogun lit the herbs, and thick smoke filled the air. It smelled sharp, like rain and earth. He beat the drum slowly, and the rhythm made Tunde's head feel heavy. "Close your eyes," Baba Ogun said. "Let the spirits show you." Tunde obeyed, and the world shifted. The drumbeat grew louder, like a heartbeat. Suddenly, he wasn't in the forest anymore. He stood in a dark place, surrounded by trees so tall they touched the sky. In the center was a massive Iroko tree, its roots twisting like snakes. Folake stood before it, but she wasn't Folake. Her eyes were black, and her smile was cruel. She danced, her feet moving faster than humanly possible, and the calabash in her hands pulsed with green light. "Folake," Tunde shouted, but she didn't hear him. Laughter echoed, cold and sharp, coming from the tree itself. The ground shook, and the roots reached for him. Tunde screamed, and the vision vanished. He gasped, back in the clearing. Baba Ogun's drum was silent. "What did you see?" the herbalist asked. Tunde's voice trembled. "Folake dancing by an Iroko tree." Her eyes were wrong. The tree laughed. Baba Ogun nodded. "The spirit controls her. It's old and angry, cast out long ago by our ancestors. It found Folake and bound her to the calabash." Tunde's heart ached. How did this happen? Why her? "Some questions have no answers," Baba Ogun said. "But if you want to save her, you must destroy the calabash. The spirit will fight back. It may try to trick you or hurt you." Tunde thought of Folake's smile, the way she sang while cooking. Was that her or the spirit? He clenched his fists. "I'll do it. For her." Baba Ogun gave him a small pouch. "This holds herbs to weaken the spirit. Burn them near the calabash, then smash it. But beware, Folake may not be herself when you try." Tunde took the pouch, his hands shaking. "What if I fail?" "Then the spirit will grow stronger," Baba Ogun said. "It could destroy the village and you." As Tunde stood to leave, a twig snapped behind him. He spun around, but no one was there. The forest was silent, too silent. Baba Ogun's eyes darkened. "It knows you're here. Hurry, Tunde. The spirit is watching." Tunde ran back through the forest, the pouch heavy in his pocket. His mind raced. Could he trust Baba Ogun? What if Folake wasn't possessed, and this was a mistake? But the vision of her black eyes haunted him. He had to try. When he reached the village, it was quiet. Too quiet. He crept to his hut, where Folake sat by the fire, holding the calabash. Her head turned slowly, and her eyes met his. For a moment, they were soft, like the Folake he loved. Then they flickered, and a strange smile curled her lips. "Tunde," she said, her voice too sweet. "Where have you been?" His heart pounded. Was it her or the spirit? He gripped the pouch, knowing the real fight was about to begin. Tunde's heart pounded like a drum as he stood in the dark forest, clutching the cursed calabash. It felt warm, almost alive, and its faint glow made his skin crawl. The giant Iroko tree loomed ahead, its branches twisting like angry fingers reaching for the sky. A cold wind whispered his name, and he shivered. Was Folake, his wife, still in there, or was she gone forever, taken by the evil spirit? He had to find out, but the forest felt like it was watching him, waiting for him to make a mistake. Just hours ago, Baba Ogun, the wise herbalist, had told Tunde the truth. The calabash held a wicked spirit from the Iroko tree, and it had trapped Folake's soul. To save her, Tunde had to destroy it, but the spirit wouldn't let go easily. Now, as he stepped closer to the tree, the ground shook, and a deep, growly voice boomed, "You dare challenge me, boy?" Tunde froze, his eyes wide. The voice was everywhere, inside his head, making his knees wobble. What had he gotten himself into? He tightened his grip on the calabash and shouted, "I'm not afraid. Give me back my wife." His voice sounded braver than he felt. Suddenly, the air shimmered, and Folake appeared in front of him. Her eyes were empty, like dark pools, but her lips curved into a sad smile. "Tunde, please don't do this," she begged, her voice soft and sweet. "If you break the calabash, I'll disappear forever." Tunde's heart twisted. Was this really Folake, or was the spirit tricking him? He wanted to run to her, hold her, but something felt wrong. The ground rumbled again, and roots burst from the earth, slithering toward Tunde like snakes. He jumped back, his breath fast and shaky. "You're not Folake," he yelled, raising the calabash high. Folake's face changed, her smile turning into a snarl. Her voice became deep and cruel. "Foolish boy, you can't win." The forest came alive, branches snapping, leaves swirling like a storm. Tunde's chest tightened. He was all alone, and the spirit was so strong. But then he remembered Baba Ogun's words, "Your love for Folake is stronger than any curse." Tunde closed his eyes, picturing Folake's real smile, the way she laughed when they danced at their wedding. "I love you, Folake," he whispered. "Come back to me." He smashed the calabash against a rock, and it shattered with a loud crack. A blinding light exploded, and a scream filled the air, so loud it hurt his ears. The Iroko tree shook violently, its leaves falling like rain. Folake collapsed, and Tunde ran to her, his heart racing. "Folake, wake up," he cried, shaking her gently. Her eyes fluttered open, and this time, they were warm and kind, just like before. "Tunde," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. He hugged her tightly, relief washing over him like cool water. But the forest wasn't done. The Iroko's voice roared, "You'll pay for this." A huge root shot up, aiming for Tunde's back. Folake screamed, "No," and pushed him out of the way, the root grazing her arm. Tunde grabbed a stick, his anger burning bright. "Leave us alone," he shouted, swinging at the root. Folake stood beside him, weak but fierce. Together, they faced the tree as Baba Ogun's chant echoed in Tunde's mind. He repeated it, his voice growing louder. "Spirit of Iroko, be gone." Folake joined in, her voice shaky but strong. The tree groaned, its branches drooping, and the ground stopped shaking. The evil spirit's voice faded into a weak whimper, then silence. The forest was still, the air soft and warm. Tunde held Folake's hand, his heart full. They walked back to the village, the stars shining above. The neighbors, free from the spirit's curse, greeted them with smiles. Baba Ogun nodded, his eyes twinkling. "You were brave, Tunde," he said. "Love won today." That night, Tunde and Folake sat by their fire, holding each other close. The calabash was gone, and so was the evil. But Tunde knew he'd never forget the Iroko's wrath or the lesson it taught him. Love could conquer anything, even the darkest curse. As Folake slept, Tunde looked at the stars, whispering, "Eraju Erai." Life could be blind, but love could see the truth.
Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more amazing stories. Click the video on your screen to keep watching. Another great video story is waiting for you.